Welcome to Greg Plays Games. Today I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on Madden 26 for Nintendo Switch 2. So if you like video games and discussion videos, please subscribe to the channel. We're looking to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025 into 2026, so I'd appreciate the sub. So I actually picked up Madden 26 for the Switch 2 early. I was kind of fiending for Madden. My PlayStation had to be sent in for repairs. I thought it was going to take way longer than it really did. So I really regret buying Madden 26 fresh out the gate. I will just go ahead and say that. It is, if you've seen any content on it, I'm going to be inserting some gameplay clips in handheld mode. I think if you were buying Madden 26 on the Nintendo Switch 2, you were most likely buying it to play in handheld mode. Either that or you don't have a modern or any other console to play Madden on, so you're kind of forced to buy it on the Switch 2. But I would speculate for the most part you're buying to play in handheld mode. That was, one of the main reasons I wanted to buy it on Switch 2 was because of the portability of the Switch 2. And truthfully, I really regret it. It does not run great. I will say from early release and early access to the actual release day version, it does run smoother. It feels a little bit better than it did when it was in early access, but really not significantly enough to justify buying it on this console. It is locked to 30 frames per second, and as you'll see in some of the transitions, it clearly is running much worse than that. And I mean, I think Madden has run in 60 frames per second on most consoles all the way back to PlayStation 2. I was actually playing Madden 07 on my PlayStation 2 before I was kind of, making the decision to buy Madden 26. And Madden PS2 runs smoother than this. It was definitely, it felt like 60 frames per second. I could be wrong, but it certainly felt more than what Madden 26 is on the Switch 2. So I will say I play Madden. I've owned almost every single version of Madden since, Madden 07, I would say. I've skipped a few years here and there, but I typically try to get it while it's on sale. On occasion, I'll get it day one, this being, one of the examples in more recent times. But it's been a long time since I've bought Madden day one, and I'm really kind of regretting it at this point. I know by the time I normally buy it, it's been out for at least 5 months or so. At least, 3 to 5 months, I would say, is typically the window I buy Madden in. And so it's had time to get updates. It's had rebalancing. It's had, any issues typically smoothed out by the point I'm playing it. I play, at this point, I typically play franchise mode, but I've dipped into Ultimate Team in the past. I've played, the career mode in the past, but just the way the game has gone and the way the monetization works at this point and all the battle passes, it's no chance I'm going to dip into Ultimate Team or the, my career mode, whatever it's called in Madden. It's going to be franchise single player based game modes at this point. So just a really terrible user experience for Madden at this point because of how awful the battle pass is. I mean, they basically force you to look at Ultimate Team ads from the minute you log into the game. They try to find ways to make you slip up and click into Ultimate Team as well. And so it's really just a perpetual ad for monetizing the battle pass and monetizing the in-game currency. So it's just a shell of itself. I mean, it's been that way for years now, but I've been playing the older versions of the game, like Madden 07, Madden 12 on the PlayStation 2, and it's just such a fall from grace from where it was back in that era. And anyways, the Madden on Switch experience specifically, it's just not good, especially if you've played on other consoles. It's really not worth it to have in handheld mode. In the process, I've found other ways to play Madden in more portable formats. For example, I downloaded a PlayStation 2 emulator on my MacBook, and I can play PlayStation 2 Madden at 60 frames a second portably with a controller. So I've found more preferable ways to play Madden just in the process, and really regret buying it. You can't return Madden on the Switch. So if it was something you were considering and wanted to test out, please watch other videos. Please see gameplay clips. What you're seeing in the videos is how it will run in your hands. Now, this is, day one, week one release information. So maybe they've had patches to make this game run at 60 frames per second. I just don't see that being possible, to be honest. So, maybe find a more up-to-date video if you're watching this, a month from when I released it, or 2 months from when this video was released on August 15th or 16th, depending on when it's uploaded. So it's just really not a pleasant experience. It's not a game I can recommend. It's a game I strongly recommend avoiding at this point, and it's just such a shame. I think Madden on Switch would be so much better if they could get it running properly. So it's unfortunate, and then there are just other weird quirks about the game, like the controls just really take a long time to get your brain rewired. You'll see in the video or in the footage that's playing that you'll consistently run a no huddle into like a spike formation or into a kneel formation. So it's just, there's just weird design decisions like that, where at sometimes you're trying to skip through animations, but they remap the button between skip and hike, and so it's just a fucking mess. The game is a fucking mess. It's not fun to play. It's you're thinking about the way the game is running while you're playing it, and it's just so unfortunate. It's playing the game as a distraction from the game itself. It's terrible. I cannot recommend it. Like a 2 out of 10 experience. I really wish I could get my money back for it. I tried. You cannot return Nintendo Switch games, even if you don't play them. So yeah, it's unfortunate, and avoid buying this game if you can. Let this video please be a deterrent from purchasing this on Switch. Even on the other platforms, I've heard it's not great at this point. So I really just at this point never recommend buying Madden day one, because you can get it for so much cheaper like down the line, and Madden 25 is still fun. It still runs smoothly. You have updated rosters that creators have made for the franchise mode, so there's so much fun to be had on those older Maddens for cheaper and for discounted rates. All the bugs have been worked out, relatively speaking. Madden is just kind of a mess anyway. So those are my thoughts, those are my opinions. Appreciate you checking out the video. Stay tuned into the channel if you like video game content, video game news. I'm hoping to kind of create some more Madden 25 content. I have some ideas I want to kind of explore now that I have my PlayStation 5 back in my hand. So I do talk about other games all the time. There's not really a specific niche that the channel falls into as far as type of content. I like to make video game reviews as well. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're a fan of video games. And thanks for checking this out. Peace.